Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures, etc. And as you can see, I am still working on my Drama Queen journal, and I'm getting ready to do another signature cover. And I started working on it already, and I thought, well, why not turn on the camera? So join me as I move along with this. So this is a beautiful piece of wallpaper that I've decided to use for another signature cover. And the other day when we were at an antique store, I found this program from Hello Dolly at the Seattle Opera House, and I looked it up and figured it out. It was in the 1960s at some point. And I don't know if you remember Mary Martin from doing Peter Pan, but that was something that we used to watch as kids. So I decided to use this program to cover the inside. And I started doing it, but like I said, I thought, well, you know, why not turn on the video? But what I don't like here is this, you know, the back of the wallpaper showing through. So what I decided to do was to take this vintage music paper cover and cut off the border and try to use the border to go around the edges here. So I've cut a piece and mitered the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down now, and hopefully I can go all the way around. So, okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on the edge of this, or on the back of this, and use this border, because I really like the rest of the images on that music sheet, but it's too big to use in a journal, so I'm just going to use elements of it. Carol Channing did Hello Dolly as well, and I never saw the production, the stage production, but I remember watching the movie on TV as a kid. My mom loved musicals, and I sort of inherited that love of musicals as well. I'm going to try to get that right on the edge and then wipe off that little glue bit there. Oh, I like the way that looks. That looks really good. Okay, and then, let's see. I'm going to continue cutting around the edge of this to cut this off. My husband is out in the kitchen working on his Boba Fett helmet for Comic-Con. Something we were going to do before the pandemic hit. But then, you know, they canceled all the Comic-Con events. But we decided this year, since they're opening it back up again, we would go. So we have other Star Wars cosplay outfits already done. I have the Boushh Bounty Hunter, and I showed that in one of my videos recently. So he's doing Boba Fett, but not the original Boba Fett, because now with the new Book of Boba Fett show, decided it would be more fun to do the older version of Boba Fett. Okay, so how I'm going to get this to match is to go right about there. So what that means is I need to figure out how to make the pants and the shirt and stuff, all the clothing parts of the costume. So it's still a few months away, but that just means I'm going to be really busy, because I don't like to do anything halfway. The first Star Wars cosplay outfit I started working on years ago was Rebel Leia from Return of the Jedi, and I was just going to do it sort of ish, but I don't really do anything ish very well. So the more I started looking into it, the more detailed it became, and so mine is almost screen perfect. but that's just how I do things. Okay, that's working out pretty well. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to go all the way around, but we'll find out. I'll get as much as I can, and then, you know, if it doesn't work out all the way, it might be able to get enough just for at least this page. Probably, obviously, not the other side of the signature cover, but I'll figure something else out for that. But I wanted to get this part done because I have something else I wanted to put on the front of the signature cover, and I just figured it was going to be a lot better to get this part out of the way on the inside before I try to do anything on the outside. Because, you know, once you've worked on the outside, it's really hard to get anything done on the inside if it's going to be, you know, have any kind of bulk, which mine will a little bit. We got in a nice hike the other day. It was so nice outside, and went to our favorite spot, Barnum Point. So it is not far from where we live, and it's just a nice, about a 3-mile hike through the woods, and then there's a big open grassy area where you can look out over Puget Sound, which is really beautiful. Sometimes you can even see whales. We've only seen whales one time. The one time we did see a whale, we were just we just walked down to the beach area from our house, which isn't too far. It's just a nice little walk. And so we were just standing on the rocks, looking out over the sound, and we kept hearing this weird noise that sounded, I don't know, kind of like almost like a little explosion really far away. But I kept seeing this puff of something on the other side of the bay, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and it just kept moving further and further, and then finally I realized, hey, that's a whale, and the whale is spouting. I thought, that's pretty cool. So on the bottom here, apparently I'm going to have to piece these in. Let's see if I have enough. So shout out to Natasha at Treasure Books, who just received her $100,000 Silver Play Button award from YouTube. That is so amazing. I'm going to link her video down below because you really need to watch her unboxing video. It is seriously the most fun unboxing video I think I've ever seen. It is fantastic. So that's quite an accomplishment. Who knows if I'll ever get there. She's pretty amazing. And if you get a chance, look at her video for her story of how she got started doing YouTube and junk journals and stuff. Pretty amazing and awesome. Her videos are the ones that inspired me to try this. And I'm just, you know, really glad that I did. I'm having a lot of fun, and some people seem to like my videos, so that's good. Okay. Ta-da! And there is like none left. This much. To go all the way around here. What I'm going to do over here on that side, I'm not really sure yet, but I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. But the reason I wanted to get this done first is because of what I want to do to the actual front of this journal cover, which involves using a piece of this ribbon, like I have used for a closure on the front. I want to put it on as a belly band, but also add this lace on the side. And by putting the lace on, then that'll kind of, see, I cut this just a little bit too short. So I'm going to glue the lace on, and then the belly band won't look too short. So Try Fabri-Tac here. I'm just going to glue this all on the side here, along the edge. Almost totally out of this lace. I've used a lot of it. Found it at an antique store. And what happened to the glue? Holy moly. Try that again. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this belly band on the front because I want to put this little notepad flip down that I made in my last video on the front of this as an embellishment. So what I did is I took this this ribbon and backed it with some acetate, and I got the acetate at the thrift store. They are transparencies. Let that dry. And I'm thinking for this side, while that's drying, I'll use some washi tape. We'll use some glue stick. And while that is drying, I think I'm going to put a book on top of it. Okay, so I really like the way this has turned out, and I could just leave it the way it is, but I think it needs a little something more. So I've been sort of rummaging around, and I found this gold kind of wired ribbon that I just thought would look really cute up here, kind of in the corner, sort of cascading down and across. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that glued on with some Fabri-Tac here, and I think I'll put the glue on. Whoops, boy, that came out in a big clump. That's okay, because I have kind of a big clump of ribbon here. So, and I don't mind if it shows out through the top because I think that looks kind of cool. Just not a huge bead, but just a bead of glue across there. And I'm just going to kind of squish the ribbon so that it has a little bit of dimension. Trying to get it as flat as possible so that I can attach a flower on top. So I'm just trying to get as much glued down as I can. Okay, and then I have this little die cut flower that I would like to attach. So it's going to sit up just a tiny bit. I want to get a little bit of foam or something to go underneath there. So I have a couple of these little squares, and I think I only need like a corner of it. Don't need a whole lot. And I also, before I get that glued down, I want to highlight this with some of this Gilder's Paste Wax in Antique Gold. Just on the edges. Because when you go to the opera house, everything's all glittery, isn't it? And glitzy. And after all, she is a drama queen. So I'm kind of excited today because number one, I'm going to go get my hair cut, and afterward we're going to go try out a new trail that we just discovered that's in that same area, so we can get in a walk at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to take the backing off of this. Make sure I get it in the right spot. Here we go. Okay, I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. And you can kind of see this peeking out from the other side. Absolutely love that. Okay, so that side's done. And then on the other side, I'm gonna take this piece of Pretty Lace, cut it down a little bit. I'll just go to the top of this point. So and I have that much to play with right there. Then I still have this little piece for another project. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little Fabri-Tac on here. And it actually might be easier to put it on the paper. So I have these roses, these Tim Holtz roses, and I'm going to put 2 of them on the top, like that. So I'm going to also do the gold edging, but I don't need all of the stem into everything, so at least on one of them. So I'm going to cut off the stem on this one. So I'm kind of excited to try this new trail. It's not very long, but we always carry our hiking boots and trekking poles in the car with us wherever we go in case we happen to find a cool trail. And that way we get some exercise before we get home. Choose a little bit of vintage photo, just whatever is left on my my pad here, stamp pad, just to give it a little more vintagey look. Oh, so so today is April 1st, and a lot of people think it's April Fool's Day. And this is the day that I met my husband. And that was 19 years ago, I think. And so I tell him all the time that the joke's on him. I'm his April Fool's joke forever. You're welcome. Okay, I love this. Now I thought I would take a little bit more of this gold ribbon and maybe put something in the center, or let's see, I tied a bow on the other end. Put that away. Where'd it go? Oh, apparently I didn't tie a bow. Maybe I just thought about it, or maybe I untied it. Okay, so let's try to tie a bow. And one of the easiest ways to tie a bow when you're not really going around anything is, and you probably already know this, get enough of a thing. So you just kind of fold it like this and then twist it around and through, and voila! You have a little bow that you can sort of shape, and it's pretty easy, especially with wired ribbon, to do this. The challenge is getting the bow tight. So let's see what that turns out to look like. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, I will think about that for a minute. And then I have this lovely lady who has her opera glasses in her lap, in her hand, and she is clearly at some sort of stage production. And I have these pretty flowers here. So bring out the Gilder's wax. Well, first of all, let me ink it up. So where should she be sitting? Should she be sitting in front of the flowers? Nope. I mean, in back of the flowers or in front. I think she should be sitting in front of them. Okay, so for this, I just need to use some art glitter glue. And since I'm having trouble with my art glitter glue, it seems, I'm just going to use Scotch Create glue stick for this image. Oh, the people, some people bought the property next door to us, and so there's a lot of trees going down, and it was all wooded, which, you know, it didn't, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I have mixed feelings. It was kind of nice having the trees next to us, but then again, I was always kind of worried about some of the trees falling down. And hitting the house. But then I think about all the little animals that live in there too. Okay, I'm still thinking about this. Do we need it or do we not need it? Or do we just need a little rosette or something? A little smush of cuteness there. What we need is just a little something down here. Yeah, actually I kind of like that. Lots of sawing going on over there. Really noisy. At least the guy that's doing the clearing is the one that bought the property, and he said that he would leave us some of the wood for our fire pit in the back. So that's something. I really like that butterfly there, but I think it's too small. Oh, that needs to go right there. Okay, I really, 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 really like this. And I am going to call this done because I really don't think I need to add anything more. I love it. So I hope you do too. I just really, really like the way that came out. And then on the front here, we'll put the journal spot that we did in my last video underneath this belly band. And call it done. I love it. I love the way this gold ribbon peeks out around the top because it kind of says there's a surprise in there. And when you open it up, look at it, it's Hello Dolly. So I just love all the gold. I love the flowers. I love this the program on here that I found at the antique store, and all in all I am really, really satisfied with this journal or this signature cover. And if you enjoyed this and if you like the way that it turned out, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm getting a little bit closer to 2,000 subscribers, and when I do finally get there, I will be having a giveaway. So thank you so much everybody for watching and for subscribing to my little channel. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. And so happy crafting, and never forget, let the serendipity find you. And I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye.